Is there ever going to be black majority rule in this country?
Certainly there will be, if we Africans strive long enough. But the trouble is we can't. We're ever suppressed. Each time we try to speak against the government, you might find that you're in trouble within a matter of seconds, which is rather too bad. I mean, they should accept opposition. Since they're in power, they should always accept opposition from anybody.
Do you think they're foolish not to?
Yeah, that's true. That's true enough.
Do you think then that if they do not accept some form of realistic opposition, hearing realistically the African voice, there is bound to be a violent end to all this?
There's bound to be chaos, that's all I can say.
One thing that must be made clear to the British government is that the African people in this country are not at all worried about what political ideology they follow. If communism is going to bring them freedom, they will accept that ideology. And for that matter, I can assure you that Western democracy and civilization is really losing popularity in the country.
This, of course, might be turned
So if the British government and the British people still want some friendship with the African people in this country, they must see that they satisfy him by helping to give him freedom. They must force the Smith government.
This, of course, might be said by Mr. Smith to be complete justification for keeping the African nationalists behind bars.
What cause?
What you just said.
And it is only the only way possible now for us to gain freedom, because all the other ways have failed. Talks have failed. You can't reason with the Smith government.
Is that
they just don't accept to reason. They don't. So why are we going to waste our time talking with them?
Under the eyes of Cecil Rhodes' statue in the heart of Salisbury, there have been demonstrations by young black Rhodesians anxious to bring their dissatisfaction to the attention of the British negotiators as they talked with Ian Smith's representatives. They marched and scores were arrested. 82 were sentenced each to 6 cuts of the cane.
It's wishful thinking for Heath to expect Smith to reason. The only way for Smith to reason is to use violence. That is violence in the valley. And we are prepared to fight. The Africans, we will do it, since the British government has refused to use violence.
And the main reason why the African people, especially the youth, can now resort to violence, because they are not allowed a word, not a word in politics. If I say anything against the government, I'll be behind the bars the next day. There are informers in every square mile of the country.
Do you not fear an informer in this group now?
There may be. I don't care. At this moment, I don't care if there is an informer. Maybe tomorrow I will be there behind the bars, and I don't mind. I am prepared to make such sacrifices, and even greater sacrifices, for the freedom of the country.
These boys talked to me in May at St. Ignatius College just outside Salisbury. 4 of them are now behind bars. Last month, the school was raided twice. The police came with guns, dogs and tear gas. 23 arrests were made. The police were stoned, a Land Rover was turned over. Today, 18 days after their arrest, no charges have been made against the 4 boys still in custody.